Okay, so there's a million ways to color your paintings. And as a beginner artist, and like most of all the people that gets into doing digital art, you want your paintings to start looking like this, but they end up looking like this. So, how do we go from this to this? A lot of people say that art is a gift that you get when you're born, but what if I told you that they're wrong? 3 months ago, I started digital painting. Like every beginner, I wanted to immediately create masterpieces like Loop and a lot of more artists, but instead, I got frustrated. My work looked bad, everyone else looked amazing, and I felt like quitting. So I quit for that day at least. So I wanted to teach myself how to paint at least digitally. So I was making art every single day and I learned some of the basics, shapes, values, how light affects the environment, and all of that. So fast forward into today, I was able to make an okay painting until I was working with color. Everything went back to the same feeling as the first time I started painting. My art was looking muddy and was definitely not something pleasing to watch. So I studied color theory, analyzed artists, and tested different coloring techniques until there was one that really helped me. I wanted to share this technique, and most of the time, the only thing I had to worry about is values. I'll explain why. Remember, I'm not saying that this is the only way, but it's real easy if you want your paintings to look better. So, okay, you already study shapes, values, light, and all of that. So, you can create a good composition, basically a good painting. So you already have one half the battle. Once you have your values set and in order, you're going to duplicate your painting, and I'll tell you why at the end. After this, we hide it and we create a new layer over your painting and create a clipping mask. And the obvious thing to do is to put your layer in color mode, right? Well, no, I found out that color mode, it does helps, but if you use overlay, it will be better, and I will tell you why. Remember that I told you that you already have one half the battle? Well, with this mode, if you have your values right, when you use this, you will only need to pick the right color for your subject and paint. As simple as that. Of course, I will recommend to use color with almost no saturation and in different layers so you can achieve a better result. And once you have your main colors picked, you can go into hue and saturation tool to change the color, the saturation, and I only use these two because my other recommendation, once you have your main colors, what the overlay mode does is that it takes the values that you have underneath and makes the color change with the values. So that's why I mentioned you need to check your values before, so you can have a good painting and a cohesive look. Plus, if you create two more layers, one for multiply and the other one to color dodge, you can add more in-depth shadows and lighting, and this will make your art pop. And remember why we duplicate the image? Well, if you're doing a full piece and if you want your main object or objects to be part of the environment, just put this layer on soft light, bring the opacity down if needed, and use the color balance. And from there, just use the colors of your background to unite them together at the end. I hope this helps you in your coloring journey. This technique is simple, but when you're starting out, you don't need the hardest way to go. You need a way that teaches you how color behaves without overwhelming you. And I'm planning to upload my painting process every Wednesday. No commentary, just documenting the journey so we can see the progress over time. If you want to check it out, subscribe and leave a comment telling me how do you approach color. And thank you for watching. Hope you have an excellent day, and I'll see you on the next one.